Welcome to the Kennedy and Raybo podcast, episode 35, recorded in Kennedy's box room.
Rock your body, mic check 1, 2, and it's coming in, and I see the wave.
That's lovely singing.
Thanks, man. That's how I make my pound, sure.
That's great.
That's how I make it.
Because I did say to you last week that you need a new intro every time.
Well, that's a good one, so.
Yeah, instead of, we're away.
Ray.
How are you?
This time it's me now that does this. Because Ross O'Sullivan was so kind as to buy us 6 of the finest beers, I'm going to pull them out from underneath me bed.
Not the fridge.
It's cold under there.
No, it's not. These are going to be room temperature craft IPAs.
I know. Yeah, but they're supposed to be served at room temperature, Ray. You're not supposed to chill them. It's not. You don't get it, do you?
No.
Yeah.
No. Jeez, we're starting with beers. Actually, that's all right. We'll whip into that section real quick. Thanks, Ross. Beers here.
Yeah,
Let's do
sorry.
it.
I don't know how I just said, yeah, let's just do this.
Yeah, well, you're taking a hold of the...
Well, usually we're about 20 minutes into it before we go,
Yeah,
oh,
but
Jesus.
and be honest with you now, this is episode 35.
We're 35 episodes in the business.
And in fairness, the beer section is probably getting a small bit tired at this point. Here, that'll do. Just take out these two. We don't need to go picking.
Shut up, bosses.
Just whatever two you picked out.
Shut up, bosses. Shut up, bosses. I want to have a look at them. This is Musikiapia.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a Mosaic IPA.
And mine is Equinox. Oh, she's a Discovery. Oh, wait, no, it's Discovery. I thought it was some sort of a disco-related IPA. Just the way they spelt it. Cheers, Jaxie.
Slodge, fair play to us.
It's kind of nice room temperature.
Oh, that'll hit you.
Right. Have you any news, Kendi?
I don't know, really. Oh, I heard a great story.
Go
I
on.
met her, actually. So, I'm going to say a name now. It'll either be bleeped out or it won't be bleeped out. I'm going to ask him after this, can I use
Fair
his
enough.
name? Okay, so Keith Reynolds, right? Right?
Right.
Obviously, we've heard some exploits of what happens to bands on the road and certain stuff that happens at weddings and funny stories and that we get passed around, right? I think I heard the best one I've heard
Go on.
from Keith. So, he's at a wedding, they finish up, great crack, somewhere in the middle of Mayo, around the place.
Can you
And-
say who's Kiev?
Well, see, I don't want to call out the band now
Oh,
either.
okay, fair enough. I'm with you.
Do you
We're
know
just
what I mean?
talking about Kiev here. And
Yeah, so
Right.
if you know who Keith plays with, then you know I didn't tell you.
Exactly.
Right?
Great.
Do you know what I mean? So they're finished up and they're loading gear out at emergency entrance at the side of the ballroom.
Emergency exit.
Emergency exit. Well, they came in that way too,
With
so
an
it's an
emer-
entrance as well.
I've heard, why would you need an emergency entrance? What would be the use of that? In case of an emergency, you can get into a place.
Oh, that's very good. Oh, Lord. Why did I say emergency entrance?
I don't know, but it's something we should look into doing.
Yeah, an emergency entrance. Okay, so anyway, they're going out the side aisle, right? And there's one fella left in the ballroom, one punter, and he's asleep a couple of tables down from the door.
Mm-hmm.
Fast asleep now, no budging him. Boys loading out gear. Next thing, he wakes up and he staggers towards them. And he pulls down his pants
Oh, no.
and his jocks. And he sits down at the table closest to them, right?
No.
No, right, no, this is where it got ropey. Keith thought,
Ropey mightn't be the right word.
well, yeah. Keith thought he was about to start shaking hands with himself. He didn't know if that's where it was going or not.
That's not what I thought.
What do you think?
I was thinking this man thought the chair was a big white telephone.
Now, stay with me, Ray.
Right.
Woo! So Keith thought he was about to start shaking hands with himself, right?
Lovely phrase.
Keith was kind of saying, I have two options here. If that does happen, I can tell him to stop, or I could maybe try to speed him up a little bit. Maybe
And
do
by doing a little sexy dance.
yeah, a little dance, maybe show him a bit of hip or something.
Right,
You know,
right,
just
right.
get it over with.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Where was my sister at this point?
No, I think she might have.
Is she gone home?
I think she might have been gone home. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as my sister doesn't have to sit there
No.
looking at a fella shaking hands at himself.
Yeah, because Ray's sister, if you don't know, gigs with said person,
Yeah.
Keith Reynolds.
We've narrowed it even further.
No, there we go. So
we
if you
go.
know Marie McAndrew, who she gigs with, you know. Anyway, so he sits down and he falls asleep again. And
Yeah.
the boys say, close call. Could have got a slap from Mickey there if he swung the wrong way. Right?
One of your cousins, was it?
So as they're loading out the gear anyway, he falls asleep sitting down with his pants down.
Right.
Right? Jewels out and everything. Jewels Holland out. And he this other punter comes in and says, for feck's sake, whatever his name is, let's call him Kevin. For feck's sake,
For
Kevin.
the purposes
Jesus.
of this podcast.
Just for as we are now, let's
Yeah.
call him Kevin. Just for the purposes of what we're saying. So punter comes in and says, for feck's sake, Kevin, just stay here. And there's a load of them, or they're trying to pull up his pants, and they're saying to Keeve and Brian, what happened? And I don't know, he just came over and pulled them down, and he
Who's
sat
Brian?
down. Right. You might have
Keep going.
you might have heard another beep there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Shit. So anyway, they said, I don't know, he just came over, pulled down his pants, we don't know what's going on. They keep loading the gear out. 5-10 minutes later, that another punter runs out the door and says, where's your man gone? And Keith says, well, I'll tell you where he's gone. When you woke him up, he ran over towards us and he took off into the darkness out the side entrance. And we don't know where he is. He just ran off into the darkness, this fella.
Was the trousers around his ankles, or did he
No,
pull
they had got him up and pulled up his pants.
Okay, fair enough.
She says, well, we better find him. Keith says, why?
Fair question.
Right? Mm-hmm. He's after shiting inside the boiler room. The ballroom.
Right.
Everywhere.
Right.
So you were dead right when you thought that it was a big white
definitely.
telephone.
Big white telephone moment. The man thought he was in the Jacks.
You've seen that before, right?
No, I didn't. I instantly knew. So why would anyone, when their bananas want to sit down, have the hand shandy? Up inside the ballroom. Do you know?
Yeah.
That takes a special type of drunken Irishman to do that.
I don't know. No, look, Keith, I don't know, it was just scared is all. He thought that's where it was going. But, so Keith says, I've never seen that before.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go in and assess the damage. He was just intrigued to see what happened. So Keith starts walking in, goes, I'm going to go over to the seat where he was sitting and see what kind of damage he done to the seat. And as he's about 5 yards away, he hears a... And Keith had stepped straight down in on top of a load of human feces.
It's someone after dragging shite now. Lift up your booze. Lift up your booze.
As Keith said, right, 6 times in his life he stood on poop. 5 times it was from a dog or a cat.
Right.
And the one time ever he saw human poop, he stood.
He gravitated toward it.
What are the chances?
I suppose.
I asked him, did he throw the shoes out? He said, no, he just aired them out. Just... He said he was wiping his foot on the grass outside for about a half an hour.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's the bit of farming in the back of him there now. Because if there's one way, there's only one thing, one way to get shite off your shoes. That's grass.
Wet grass.
Wet grass or a bit of straw or hay.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if you're really stuck, a bit of silage. An old bit of silage.
Yeah, which is just rubbing shite on shite.
Yeah, well, your hands will smell for 4 weeks after it, but, but it's stronger than the smell of shite.
Oh, Lord.
And
Anyway,
did they find the book?
that's what I said to Keith. I said, did they find him? And Keith goes, no, actually, I don't think they did. So if you're still out there roaming the lads, will you come home, will you?
Come home, Kevin.
Please come home. We have usually they put people's face on the side of milk cartons.
Oh,
His is on the side of toilet paper. They have his face on the side of...
Have you seen Kevin? That's a fantastic story.
Oh, it's one of the best wedding stories I've ever heard.
Yeah. I wonder what they would have done if he had gone for the hand shandy.
Well, as Keith said, he didn't know, like... Was he just just get it over with, Kevin, please.
Oh, God. That's a fair story.
Yeah, so that's... if you could put it all together, you know whose band it is.
I'll do a shout out.
Go on.
I have to say a big hello to the Brian McDermott band. Nothing to do with, they're a different band.
That just came into your head, did it?
It did actually. I was chatting to Brian.
Yeah.
And he said, for all the lads in the band, the Brian McDermott band, big hello.
Yeah, okay.
They're great for the old weddings.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Who's in that band, actually?
I don't know, actually. They've changed the lineup that many times.
I think Keith Reynolds is the guitar player.
Shut up, will you? Oh, there'll be a bit of work to be done on that now in the editing suite.
Oh, Lord above. We'd have to get a few OKs. Oh, mother of God above. Anyway, so that was it. I heard that story at the weekend. I thought it was hilarious.
So
actually, sorry, no, I know I'm jumping into loads of stuff, right?
Can I not get my little joke out there?
You get your little joke out.
So Keith said that gig was shite.
Come up now. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, the load out. Shite.
Now we're cooking. Huh? Jesus.
I should have been quicker with that one, I won't lie. Go on anyway.
Your man gave it a 1, 2, 2, 2.
That's very good.
No.
That's a soundtrack joke.
That was my best sound check joke for anyone out there. Not really. And one more interesting bit. This mightn't be funny, but interesting. I wanted to get a take on it from, you.
I don't like the way this podcast is going.
Sorry.
I have a list of notes here ready to hit
I
you
know,
with them.
I'm sorry.
And you're like super prepared.
No, sorry, I don't even have notes, but that one story reminds me of another story.
Right.
I have two interesting things happen to me at the weekend.
Go on, so.
This other one I can't mention the name. So they work with the HSE, right?
That sounds like with the H, you see.
They work with the H.
You see. The
You
H,
see.
you see.
Do you know the HSE?
I do indeed, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
With the...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I cut that bit out.
Shut up about it.
Okay, it's out. For data protection purposes, we cut that last section out.
Yeah, Raybo just guessed who it is. Yeah. Anyway, so he's sitting down having his little bit of soup in the morning,
This
right?
person that works for the HSE.
For the HSE.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Inside the canteen.
He's eating the soup.
A woman, he's only 29-year-old. Woman comes in the door, says, who here is 29 years of old and single? And he says, Shices, anyway, I said his name again.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many beeps.
Yeah.
Says.
Yeah. We don't have a beep sound effect, by the way.
We don't have one.
No, but we put in the squeaky toy.
Oh, yeah. Squeaky toy effect. Again. Anyway, he says, well, I suppose I am, right? Mm-hmm. And she says, oh, I have a 29-year-old daughter. She's a teacher. She's beautiful. She'd be marvellous for you. He thought she was joking. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny. They chatted about it for a couple of minutes. She calls down to the office to him later on and says, I'm after organising next Wednesday night for the two of you to go into Oslo in Galway and go on a date.
Going where?
Oslo. It must be a restaurant or something.
OSHLO.
Oslo.
There's a dandy amount of H's in that there now.
Into Oslo.
So this woman set up our 29-year-old friend
With her 29-year-old daughter.
on a blind date.
Yeah, without asking either of them.
Oh, very good, right.
I thought it was weird as shit.
Oh, it is, yeah, but there's a mother now that's worried.
Because I thought, Matt, you can't go, like, because...
Oh, you'd have to go.
So he has to go.
Oh, it'd be brilliant.
Oh, Lord.
Brilliant. But then again, you just look her up on Facebook first or Instagram and find out if she, like, middling. Just find out if she's middling first.
I love phrase standards. Midland is all.
Yeah,
She
just middling, like.
So she not to be, like some people say, just find out if she's a fine yoke. Like,
No, you didn't need a fine yoke.
just Midland is all you
Middling
need.
because I tell you they could be fierce crack, like.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, once she's
as well.
middling and she could be free.
Midland, I
she's
love
fierce
that.
crack, she's way.
I love that phrase. What's she like? She's only Midland.
But she's serious crack.
Now, that's
and
it.
that's the qualifier there.
Yeah, you see, if you ask your friend,
Yeah.
if I ask any of my single, I'm so interested in single people, like, because it's been so long since I've been single.
Right.
It's staggering to me what goes on in the single world, right? So I would ask a friend who was with a young one.
Yeah.
I'd say, well, what was she like? Or
Yeah.
what's she like if he's been meeting her for a while?
Yeah.
And he'd say, oh, she's great crack. That means only one thing.
It does.
Do you know what I mean?
She's middling. As opposed to she's savage.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
start with she's savage,
Yeah.
and then you go, oh, yeah, but yeah. Come
Yeah.
up now, up inside.
Yeah, no, you're right. If the person says she's great crack, it means she's middling.
And they probably say the same thing about fellas as well.
Oh, 100%.
I hear Nicola saying to loads of people, oh, what's your boyfriend like? Oh, he's great crack.
Yeah, which that's all anybody has ever said about me. That's all I get.
Yeah, he's very
and I am,
fun-loving.
and as a result, I know I am middling.
Yeah. It's the great, it's the great mediator really too,
I'm
isn't
like
it?
the brand ambassador for Midland.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty good now. We look forward to hearing that story now.
yeah,
How that yon date went.
that's what I was going to get at. I want to know. So you think he should go? I told him not to go. It's 2 days before Valentine's, though.
Is it?
Oh, there could be something brewing there now.
Oh, little
You wouldn't
Valentine's
know.
Day. Maybe it's Valentine's well that spurred the mother to do this.
Well, you see, that's the thing. I don't know where the mother stands. As in, is she just worried about her daughter? Of course,
You'd wonder is the mammy after it as well.
a decoy,
No, well, not even that. Just the daughter gets her back to the house.
right?
And her next thing is mammy and daughterville.
Oh, I've seen films like that before, I think.
Films. You can't call them films. They're not long enough for films.
I've seen them plenty long, Ray. Jeez, they're plenty long, some of them. I've seen some of them now.
Very good.
Jeez, some of them at the far side of 14. Height above.
Minutes. All right. Jesus, settle down now. Settle down.
Right, okay.
We're after starting very, very well now.
Yeah, we started hot there now.
Very hot.
It's rare that I come in with... I didn't even want to say that stuff. I just came in with it, so I apologise, right?
Did you know I had a visitor during the week?
A visitor.
A visitor.
I know you had one visitor, yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not the same person.
An ex-guest of this
Yep.
this here podcast,
That's right, yeah.
and he surprised us.
He did.
He
With-
landed into the house late.
Yeah.
And the two of us sat and chatted, but I
Right.
was for bed and he was for out.
Yeah.
And that was fine too. Following morning, I got up. I had to go to work. I couldn't find my jacket. So I said to myself, it must be upstairs.
Right.
So I went upstairs to the room and peeked my head in. How are you, Ray?
Who's going?
And I says, I'm grand. I just get my jacket. Oh, sorry. Sorry, he said. Sorry. And there on the floor was my jacket.
Lovely.
Right. Super. Jacket on. Into
Right.
the van. Drove down to Ballina. Stopped in Judge's garage.
Right.
I says, I'm going to have to go in here and get myself a wee sandwich or something. I'm starved.
Right.
So I went in, made the tea, got the sandwich, got the Kit Kat.
Right.
Went to pay for it. I
Yeah.
ended up pulling out a big plastic bag of stuff.
Stuff.
Leaves.
Right.
And
Herbs.
and herbs.
Herbs and
yeah,
spices.
Yeah, herbs, spices,
Yeah.
little pipe.
Yeah. Yeah.
All wrapped
Okay.
up in plastic in like a quick lock bag.
Oh, Lord.
And I stood there with it in my hand, not realising what it was for a second,
Oh, no.
trying to figure out what it was. And the gentleman behind the counter looking at me going,
Oh, my God.
And I
Did
went-
everyone see us?
what?
Everyone saw it, like.
Well,
you
the
pulled it
book
out in the
behind
middle
the
of shop.
counter seen it, yeah.
Oh, my
Pulled
God.
it out in the shop, realised what it was, stuck it back in me
Oh, my God.
jacket.
I would have been mortified.
What'd you have?
I wouldn't know what to do.
What would you have said?
I don't know. I would have handed myself in.
Well, herbs and spices aren't illegal.
All right. Yeah, sorry. Let's say if it was illegal, like, but
If
it
the herbs and
wasn't.
spices were illegal.
Yeah, I'd hand myself into the guards if they were illegal herbs and spices I had on me.
Right.
I know we're getting onto a different topic now.
Much
completely.
different. Yeah.
But let's say
if
if
those
that had
herbs and
happened.
spices were actually drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say if they were drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An illegal substance.
Right,
Such
okay.
as cannabis.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, good.
50 euros worth of
Yeah.
cannabis. Imagine if that was what he had in the bag.
Yeah, I love roleplay. That's really good. I like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine I'm there now in Judge's garage.
Yeah.
And I'm after pulling out this bag of stuff.
Oh,
and it's cannabis in the
Oh,
bag.
right. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
herbs and spices.
Yeah, different situation altogether, man. Yeah.
How would you feel then?
Yeah, I'd be even way more mortified, man. I'd definitely be handing myself into the guards like if that happened to me. For sure. But you're so lucky that it wasn't.
That it wasn't. That it was just
cannabis.
ordinary herbs and spices.
Was that a gado and rosemary?
Yeah, all the little bits. Did you hear about the chicken?
Go on.
Apparently there was a chicken here in Ireland and it died this week.
I'm sure.
I know more than one chicken
I'm sure
died
there's
in Ireland.
definitely more than one
But there was
chicken.
one special chicken that died this week. Marmalade the hen, who was chosen to lead the St. Patrick's Day parade in Banagher last March and was even photographed drinking from a pint of Guinness on the day,
Stop.
has died.
Stop.
A prolific mother.
Right.
Prolific mother in
Right.
chicken terms. She had delivered 181 live chicks
Jesus.
in 4.5 years.
Jeez, she was fucking on the go.
She-
Machine
big
gun
time.
Fanny they called her, I think.
No, stop it. Can't go that way. No. We can't use that word in relation to chickens. But no, apparently, 181 live chicks. She was 5 clutches of chicks a year,
Right.
where most hens only do 3.
She went through 5 clutches.
She went through 5
Jesus.
clutches a
She
year.
burned the arse out of us altogether.
But she died this week anyway. And the farmer was very upset that the prize chicken died.
Right.
And the farmer said, I read this in the paper.
Yeah.
The farmer said, I couldn't bear to bury her on the farm. So you know what he's going to do instead?
Cremator.
Taxidermy her.
Well, actually, that's probably okay.
He's going to get the chicken stuffed.
Yeah.
Not like she wasn't stuffed fucking 181 times before
Cheers,
that.
man. She was stuffed by half the coop.
How do chickens get that? So I don't know.
Well, how it happens.
I presume this is something I don't know. What about how it works?
Very similar
Like-
to human. You ask a chick out, you bring the chick out.
But is it a cock? Is the cock responsible for all the chicks?
It always is, Ray.
I'm actually genuinely asking this now, and I didn't do half enough research for
I
this wee
know, but
segment.
your man told us this. I think a cock is a fella.
Oh no, the cock is the fella.
Yeah.
But I presume if she was having 181, if she's doing 5 clutches a year,
Yeah.
that means there was, right.
But has she a husband?
I don't know. We get away from this now.
Right, okay, go on.
Mating habits of chickens.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into the taxidermy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right.
Go on, talk to me.
Have you ever seen a stuffed animal?
I've seen a couple of stuffed animals.
Like stuffed ducks and
Yeah.
an old fox?
I've always said I'd love to be stuffed.
This is what I want to ask.
Yeah.
Why aren't humans stuffed?
Yeah, I'd love to be stuffed. But also not just stuffed. I'd love to be stuffed and...
Just folks, just for everybody at home, Kenny'd love to be stuffed.
I'd love to get stuffed out of it. Just looking to be stuffed. I'd love to get stuffed, right? Either in a sitting down position or an upright position so that I can be in the living room, right? And either one of two things will happen. I will either have a motion sensor in me,
Right.
or you can press me belly, right?
You be like a doll.
And I say something,
Okay.
Keddy, like,
Okay.
shut up, Moses, or what, or how you caping,
Right.
whenever it comes in. And I want to be stuffed with a big bright smile on my face.
I was the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I'm going to get stuffed, I want to be smiling.
Yeah. I think it'd be unreal.
I wonder would it be weird to have one of your loved ones after they passed away sitting in your living room
Yeah.
for like till you end up being gone as well.
But sure, look, if you get sick of them, you can throw them in the attic. Like you do everything else.
Where's Dad? He's upstairs.
He's up with the Christmas decorations.
Yeah, we take him down once a
Take
year.
him down, yeah, just for the New Year's.
But apparently now, and I did a bit of research on this, in that I asked a girl about it,
Right.
and not that she's a taxidermy expert or anything. This was Laura in the Gallery Cafe on a Saturday afternoon.
Jeez, you're mad. Did you ever come out to that place, no?
I love the Blatz.
You love the
It's like a
blats?
toasted sandwich with bacon and lettuce
Right.
and avocado and tomato.
Okay, a BLA.
BLAT.
A blat.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got it as we said it.
Yeah. Now there's another place up the road that does a Balt,
Right.
which is essentially the same thing,
right.
but totally different. Because I think it's the
It's
order
in a
in
different
which,
order.
Oh,
It's a
different
completely
order,
different
yeah.
sandwich
Completely
altogether.
different sandwich. Yeah.
Jeez,
yeah.
you're flat out in that Gallery Cafe, boy.
But
Jeez,
I every Saturday I do get up and I want a Balt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're lovely.
I give you a bat now in a second, man.
Yeah.
Across the jaw.
Thanks. We talked about the taxidermy though.
Yeah.
And she said the reason it's not done to humans is because our skin discolour.
No way.
Apparently
we don't
we-
hold our pixelation.
No, we get all fucking leathery looking.
Go away.
And we don't look good at all. And the reason it works so well for animals is because they're all furry.
Oh, and you can't see what
Can't
happens.
see the skin.
Well, like if you stuff Sean O'Reilly now, you wouldn't know the difference.
No, you wouldn't. He's pure hair.
You know, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before or even to you, like, but you know people who discard evolution and who argue against evolution, like
Yeah.
I said to them, you take one look at my friend Sean Riley and you tell me that we didn't descend from monkeys.
That's an awful thing to say.
He is hairy from top to bottom.
He is. There isn't an ounce of that man's
And
body that
his
isn't covered in
arms
hair.
are crazy long. Do you ever see the length of his arms, man? They go down as far as his knees when he's standing up.
What's Sean O'Reilly doing this week?
He doesn't know where to
Section.
stop shaving his neck and his chest.
He doesn't know.
His chest hair goes straight to his beard.
Will you stop?
And he doesn't know where to stop shaving.
Stop.
Oh, I tell you what, he's
It's
a
all
fine
about
specimen.
contour. I went out on Friday.
All right. Fair play to you.
I got tickets.
You got Wilson Pickett to the
I got
Bellex
Wilson.
one.
Sean O'Reilly treated me.
Yeah.
He said, Jesus Ray, we'll go to this. I said,
Yeah.
sound.
Aye.
And into Bellex 1.
Inside in the Hawkswell again.
Aye.
Yeah.
In the
Unbelievable
Hawkswell
gigs
Theatre.
going on in that place. Fair play to us.
Fair play to it.
Savage. And come here, what kind of tunes did they do? Good tunes?
All good tunes. They
Did
had a
they do-
string section with them.
Yeah, I saw that. A quartet, some
A
people called them.
quartet would some people. For
There
the
was
purpose
eight
of this
of them.
podcast, we call them a quartet.
Let's say there was 4 people in the string section. Let's call them a quartet. And did they do fucking...
Rocky Tucker Candy.
Coming up inside and now I love the young ones all of the...
Did it
It's coming up and
do-do-do-do.
do idle, skilly idle doodle. I love that tune, man. They write some of the best lyrics going, right?
Yeah.
They said, you're the chocolates at the end of my
my
cornetto.
cornetto, yeah.
What an unbelievable line that is from
It's
a
a nice
song.
thing to say.
Yeah. And they also said, in another song called Rocky Tucker Kendi.
Yeah, your arse
They-
is the perfect height for kicking.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That's
the one.
the line.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if there is a God, then why is my arse the perfect height for kicking?
That's very good.
Unbelievable lyrics.
They can-
That's genius shit, man.
Come here. One thing I'd like to start bringing into the show.
Go on.
Helping the folks at home do a bit of cooking.
Right.
Right?
Stay at home Raybo.
Stay at home Kendi. Stay at home Kendi and Raybo.
Stay at home Kenji Raybo.
2 young men.
Yeah.
And I mean 2 young men.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'll go with that for now, yeah.
Okay. Just for the sake of today's podcast.
For the sake of what you're about to say, I'm going to give you the 2 young men.
Okay, 2 young men
Right.
cooking at home,
Yeah.
minding their own business.
Yeah.
Let's help out the folks at home now by
Go on.
sharing some of our absolutely stolen recipes from RTE News.
Have you got a recipe in front of you?
I do.
Cheers, I tell you, you've done
And
some...
I'll be honest, I'm only after spotting it.
Right. You
And
did
I'll
your
tell
arse.
you.
You've had that prep now all day.
I'll tell you now. This is close to my heart.
Right, go on.
Do you like eggs?
I do enjoy eggs. Depends how you cook them now, but I
Oh,
do
go
enjoy
on.
them. You
What's
can
your
either
favourite type of egg?
you can either fry it,
Right,
or you can scramble it,
right.
or you can throw it in the bin. Nothing after that. That's it, Ray. It's a 2-way cooked good egg.
Would you not do poached?
No, I wouldn't boil it or poach it. So there's no oil involved in that.
Oil?
Yeah. Can't cook an egg with just water.
You can't.
Shut up about this.
Of course you can cook an egg with water.
Why, is that what yours is?
That's
now?
what it is, yeah, it's poached eggs.
Alright, go on,
no,
talk.
I've struggled to poached eggs for a long time.
Right, okay, wouldn't know how to poach an egg.
Exactly, I didn't either. And I still
I wouldn't know
don't.
how to poach it.
I wouldn't know how to poaching an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
No.
Yeah, come up inside. This is what you need to
Here
poach
we
an
go.
egg, right?
Yeah.
You need a good electricity connection.
You need some power source.
You need a power source in the house.
Right, perfect.
You need some class of a microwave.
Lovely.
And you immediately, everybody's going, what is he talking about, a microwave? I'm going to blow people's minds now.
Hit us with it, Ray.
Right.
Come on.
You need an egg.
Okay, one egg.
You need a cup
Lovely.
or a microwavable cup.
Lovely.
You need a half a teaspoon of white vinegar.
Oh, right, okay.
Right?
Should be a salty old York now.
And you need a half a cup of water.
Lovely.
Right. You fill the 1 cup microwave bowl or a cup with a half cup of water and add in half a teaspoon of white vinegar.
Right.
So it's very simple.
Lovely.
You put the vinegar in the water.
Lovely.
Right? Is everybody with us at the moment?
I'm with you so far,
You're with
Ray.
me so far, right.
Here's what
Okay.
we made earlier, Joe.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we'll put the menu up on the reading notes.
we will, yeah. Ingredients.
Gently crack the egg into the water. And here's the trick. Use a smaller glass to crack the egg. Don't be cracking it into the cup.
Why?
You might get bits of shell and shite and stuff, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Crack it about with it using a little smaller glass. Right?
Okay. Is this one of Raybo's life hacks or is this one that you saw?
No, this is the one I'm reading off the RT News website.
Jeez, I tell you, they went all out.
Tell you, quality here in this
Oh,
podcast.
they went all out.
Cover the bowl with a microwavable dish. So the egg is up inside in the cup.
Yeah.
Or the bowl.
Yeah.
You cover it with a wee dish or plate.
Lovely.
And you cook it for 1 minute
In the microwave.
in the microwave.
Savage.
Right? Once the time is up, take out the egg, poach the egg.
I tell you, that's an awful lot easier. Now,
Isn't it?
a life hack. And do you know why that works, Ray?
Why?
Do you know why microwaves works?
Oh, I do.
How do you actually?
Doesn't it frustrates the water and things.
It does. It gets fierce frustrating for the water.
The water gets, like if there's water in something, it gets very frustrated.
It gets vexed.
Oh, bound.
So pretty much what a microwave does in scientific terms is it vexes the water so much that it reaches boiling point.
Yeah, it gets really vexed.
Which is why you can't throw anything else in a microwave that doesn't have water in it. It has to have some kind of water level to get vexed.
Yes, if it's sand, it won't cook.
You won't vex sand in the microwave. Wouldn't phase us.
Yo, you would.
Jeez, you won't get
or
vexed.
that tin foil.
Yeah, you won't vex
Tin foil
tinfoil.
won't work,
You
no.
will not vex us.
Are you familiar with a slip of the tongue?
I've often slipped the tongue like.
You have to make everything dirty. I seen this morning as I was eating my breakfast.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you've probably seen this before.
Right.
And for those of you at home, folks, I'm now reading off the phone.
Lovely.
I'm going to go through a few of the finest unintentional double entendres ever on television and radio.
Lovely.
And they're called slips of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue.
Ted Walsh, horse racing commentator. This is a really lovely horse. I once rode her mother. Oh, Jesus, no. Now, we'll go straight then to New Zealand rugby commentators. Andrew Mertens loves it when Daryl Gibson comes inside of him.
I'm sorry. I love these things. I love these things. Man.
Pat Glenn, weightlifting commentator. And this is Gregoria from Bulgaria. I saw her snatch this morning and it was amazing. Oh, very good, like.
I saw it.
Oh, no. Right. Harry Carpenter, he was at the Oxford-Cambridge boat race in 1977. And he says, "Oh, isn't that nice? The wife of the Cambridge president is kissing the cocks of the Oxford crew." Right, we'll go on then. I have 12 of these.
I love every one of them.
You liking these?
I love every one of them. I love these things. Man.
USA PGA commentator.
Right.
One of the reasons Arnie, that's Arnold Palmer, I believe he was some sort of a golfer.
Something like that.
some kind of a
Something
golfer.
like that anyway, yeah.
The reason he's playing so well is before each tee shot, his wife takes out his balls and kisses them. Afterwards, he said, "Oh my God, what have I just said?"
Of course he did.
Yeah. A female news anchor who, the day after it was supposed to have snowed and it didn't, turned to the weatherman and asked, "So, Bob, where's that 8 inches you promised me last night?"
Oh, jeez.
And not only did he have to leave the set, But half the crew did too because they couldn't stop laughing. Right, we're getting toward the end of these now, folks, at home. If you've seen these on Facebook, we're sorry. We're just repeating them.
Oh, I hope not. I haven't heard these before, man. This is brilliant.
Steve Ryder, he was covering the US Masters. Ballesteros felt much better today after a 69 yesterday.
That's good. I like that one. That's very good.
Claire Frisbee, talking about a jumbo hot dog on some show, said, "There's nothing like a big hot sausage inside you on this cold night."
Simple but fun.
And we're just talking about hot dogs, you know.
Yeah.
Mike Hallett discussing missed snooker shots on Sky Sports. Stephen Hendry jumps on Steve Davis's misses every chance he gets.
Yes. Brilliant.
We're coming up to the end, lads.
Brilliant one.
Michael Burke on watching Philippa Forrester cuddle up to a male astronomer.
Astronomer?
I'll struggle with my words. Right, I'll try that again. Anyway, so Michael watching Philippa cuddle up to a male astronomer for warmth during BBC One's UK eclipse coverage.
Right.
Remarked. That's a very hard line that was.
Yeah, fair play to you.
Yeah. They seem cold out there. They're rubbing each other and he's only come in his shorts.
Jesus.
And last but not least, Ken Brown commentating on golfer Nick Faldo and his caddy Fanny Sonnenson lining up shots at the Scottish Open, right? Some weeks Nick likes to use Fanny. Other weeks he prefers to do it by himself.
Ray, thank you so much for
enjoy
bringing them in.
Now. That was probably no good to anybody at home. It was just me and you reading something funny in the box room.
Yeah, that is funny, man. That is great stuff. Fair play to you. I'm delighted with that now.
Oh, no. Why are you all dressed up, Jaxie?
Because I'm going gigging.
Yeah, you're looking well now.
Yeah, for the people of Sligo out there, actually. This might be a good time, Ray.
You've got the nice sticky dirt.
You enjoying that?
Yeah.
I went inside to EJ.
You did know.
Do you know?
EJ's Menswear.
EJ's Menswear in town, right?
The finest men's drapery shop you'll find.
Right. Says he to me in the form of advertising.
Yeah.
Says he to me in the form of looking at Facebook videos. I have a Wojah sale on, says he.
Right.
Right? This is, my mother's going to love this. I haven't told my mammy this yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mam, if you're listening, this is right up my mammy's alley. There's nothing in you. No!
There's only one man that's been up there. Oh, too slow, Kendi.
Oh, you fire. Ah, Jesus, no.
Our parents listen to this show.
I know. Well, I can't go back now. Anyway, I would say he had a sale on.
Wojah sale.
Unbelievable sale.
Right.
He had 3 for 50s, 1 for 50s, 2 for flinchings, the whole feckin' lot.
Yep.
Right. So I went up. The bill came to €454, down to £100 rate.
Jesus.
Unbelievable. That man, I don't know how he does this. Fair play to EJ's for dicking up Kendi. You enjoying it, Ray? It's nice, isn't it?
Fair play to EJ's for dicking up Kendi. Like, I mean, are you trying at this point? No! Are you?
Jesus. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. We just read out 12 of those things, or however many we wrote out.
We might have taken out 1 or 2.
And I just had 2 more of them in that space.
That's very good now.
Unbelievable. Oh, I can't even think. Anyway, every Sunday night, Sunday roast inside the Lilies.
Oh, you're doing a bit of advertising.
Let's do a bit of advertising because we don't use
Selfless advertising.
Yeah, savage gig on inside the Lilies in Sligo. Wonderful little cocktail bar, but not only cocktails, where you get whatever drink you want. You want gin and Kendi, you get it. Vodka Kendi, you get it.
Yeah.
I asked them for that. There's a savage cocktail they do. You put a lime into a bottle of Corona.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Kendi, this gig that you're playing of a Sunday in Lilies.
Aye.
How long have you been doing it now?
We've been doing it since the first week of January.
Okay.
About, some people say 6-7 weeks.
Right. For the purpose of this podcast.
Let's call it 6-7 weeks.
Okay.
That's what most people are saying.
And have you been there for most of the Sundays?
No.
No.
No, I have been there for most of them.
But you've done most of them, yeah.
I missed 2, yeah.
I just happened to notice, because you'd be tipping around on social media.
Yeah.
You'd notice that there'd be a few photos up about Lilies. And there'd be photos up of the gig. But the funny thing is, you say you're playing this regular Sunday in Lilies, but
you don't see me.
You're not in any of the photos.
Yeah, it's a funny thing about that Sunday gig. Kendi hasn't got the same persona.
Where are you? Where do you stand in the pub?
I play bass in the corner of that bar while the boys are doing their show, right?
Right.
Right.
I haven't even seen the corner in the photos, never mind you.
Yeah, no, yeah, you wouldn't. I'm well tucked away now. I stand right behind Tabby just in case I get seen.
Are you like Harry Potter? You're under the stairs.
Under the stairs. Right?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't you wouldn't know I was there at all. And if I stood there balls naked, no one would still know I was there.
Do you want to try that maybe this week?
I'm going to do it in a thong.
Right.
On Sunday. With one.
You mean tonight?
The tongue. Yeah, let's try.
You want to do it tonight, or are you going to wait till next week?
No, because I haven't got to.
Wait till next week so people will actually get to hear this, and then
I'm going to get
right.
the tongue right and have a ball either side of it.
Oh, lovely! Oh no!
Yeah, no one gives a shy about Ked the other Sunday.
Yeah, you feeling bad about it?
No, that's why I use this podcast to get all my fair play to me's in.
All right.
Don't get no fair play to me's on Sundays.
Right, I see.
So
you're not ticked,
Sunday is like the fair play to me Sabbath for me. I take a day off. I don't really bother with the fair play to me's, and then I get to work 5 days a week on getting the fair play to me's.
Right.
Through the format of audio podcasting. Yeah.
Very good.
Doesn't work then either, but
and you're not one bit sore about not getting the fair play to me's.
I'm not sore. Shut up about it. I'm not sore. You're here like you're poking the bear, Ray, and you won't like what happens, man, when he comes out of the cave. He's a hungry boy. Huh?
Hungry boy.
Huh? You're saying that's funny, man. I'll pull on the rattlesnake's tail. Wait till he fucking snakes back now.
Right, okay.
You bastard.
Moving on.
Oh, did you hear?
Go on.
Oh, did you hear that Buzzy went out?
Huh?
I'll tell you the stuff. Hey, this podcast has shot Buzzy to stardom.
Right.
And I'll tell you for why. You know the way he said he couldn't get past Carrot Clutch Klein or whatever the fuck he was on about?
Right. Now, just for anyone that's new listening, we're talking about Buzzy Gagnon.
Yeah.
And Buzzy Gagnon is a local Sligo
music
mythical legend of a hero. Yeah. He was big back in the... Oh, he's still big. I can't say he's not still big. He's still as big as ever.
He's massive, yeah. He's about 19 stone.
But anyway, so Buzzy anyway, go on.
Yeah, so Buzzy...
He couldn't get out past Carrot Clutch Klein.
Somewhere
wherever that is, on the outskirts of Sligo.
We got a message on our Instagram page. A video gets sent of Vicar Street on Thursday night.
Oh, it's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Where a big load of Sligo musicians... No, actually, sorry. Every musician in Sligo... And every singer in Sligo...
Except for us.
I think except for us, Ray. I think we might be the only ones.
Yeah.
No, myself and Sean Riley did a gig on Thursday night in a pub in town, right? And we looked at each other and I said, Sean... Are we the only two musicians that are left in Sligo tonight?
Turn the lights off when you leave and type of stuff, yeah.
I mean, you know, whose boots you have to shine to get a gig around there. Like. Do you know? Anyway, Colin Walsh, fair play to him, sent that on. He said Buzzy was found out of North Sligo in Vicar Street singing Joe Dolan. Have a word, lads. Fame has gone to his head.
And Kieran Quinn for doing that.
Yeah,
Big
unbelievable, yeah.
I know, like, poor old Sean O'Reilly and Mark Endy were left behind
whatever.
to entertain the Sligo
you
people.
You think that I give a shite what they do up in Vicar Street, Ray?
Well, I'm sure
Should you seriously think that I give a shite what they do with their little gig in Vicar Street, Ray, is it? I don't give a shit.
That's fine. I'm sure they'll get you next time.
Stop bringing it up! No, fair play to them. It looked unbelievable. Yeah, Kieran Quinn team night up above, and Buzzy out singing Joe Dolan.
Out singing, you wouldn't think it.
So it was marvellous.
Yeah. That's about that then, so, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
That's about it.
That's episode 35.
'Tis.
So look, let you keep listening, and I haven't said this in a while, Ray.
Go on.
Every time you listen and you go, geez, that's savage crack, I'm enjoying it something fierce.
Or the opposite.
Not the opposite. Let you go and say, I must tell Jamesy down the road, or Philip, or Andrea,
or Andrea,
or anyone at all, a friend of yours. Tell them, look, just in case, if you're at a loose end, give a listen to this podcast. I think you'll enjoy it.
We have 19 people listening to us on a weekly basis now. We're mad to get to 20.
I'd love to get 20 listeners.
Stop.
It would be unbelievable now. We'll see you again next week. Fair play to me. Have you anything to say, no?
No, fair play to me. We'll see you next week.
Good luck.
Good luck.